What's up, guys? This is Rimbambito Ari and Joe from Mario's Meats and Deli, and we are on the Italian Sicilians Do It Better podcast.
And this is Artie, and that's my make-a-believe boss.
My make-a-believe.
What's going on, everyone? We're back with another one. G, how you doing out there in Florida, Palermo?
I'm in Florida, Palermo. Come on. A campagna, sogno.
I wish I was with you.
Mario Meats and Deli is in the building. What's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. Real
I gotta
good.
say, I love the stuff that you do. From the food to the skits, you guys put smiles on so many people in the community.
Thank you.
welcome.
We
You're
appreciate that.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
You're a troublemaker, but we get to that later.
Yeah, that's my middle name.
You are a little bit of a troublemaker. Last time I saw you, Artie, you kicked me out of the shop.
Yeah, well, maybe you did something I didn't like.
I never realized he kicks everybody out of the shop, even Joe.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, believe it or not. I'm surprised you don't say nothing.
So, Joe, I wanted to ask, obviously there was a lot put into this, right? Aside from social media, I know the place was you and your father's.
Right.
Give us some history about the butcher. How did that start?
Well, he started in 1982. He worked at a few butcher shops when he came from Italy. Decided in 82 to open up his own on Metropolitan. Store came up for sale. Opened up a little shop. As the years went on, he became a little more successful, and the building that was next door came available. So he decided to expand to make it a deli and butcher shop. I came in, started working there when I was 10. Then I wasted his money for a little while because I didn't want to fucking go to school, and I went anyway.
I think we all did.
Yeah. Finally signed myself out one day, just went to the registrar, signed myself out. I said, enough of this. Went home. I figured maybe he would give me a little vacation. That's how I got it. So he woke me up the next morning, and then I've been there ever since.
Put right to work.
Right to work. Yep.
So
So I was doing deliveries at 10, and then, you work your way up. You do all the crap jobs first. You clean the chicken bins with all the grease and the juice of the chickens in it first, and then you learn the trade as you go along.
How did Artie come in the picture?
Oh, yeah. Here's the
Mistake,
story. Well, as I was growing up, as all teenagers do, you don't want to go to work. I wasn't going to work every day because, as you know, we used to go out, we used to party, we used to do what we had to do. My father needed another worker. In comes Artie. And that's where the story
Best thing
begins.
that ever happened there.
20, we're at 20 years, no?
Yeah, about 20 years.
About 20 years, we're there.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like family now.
Yeah, oh yeah. 100% like family.
Yeah, he treats me like family. That's what I like about him.
Well, I think that's the first time he complimented you.
Read it.
No, I've said it to him
He
before.
probably wants a raise.
We got this one recorded.
Besides the point, but after I get the raise, I told him he's good for nothing. No, he
Hey,
treats
Joe,
me,
I
he
know your
treats me like
father
family.
started this a long time ago, and it was important to him to do things kind of. You kept that tradition of doing it old school.
Right.
How important it was it to you to keep that same tradition and doing it old school and doing it that way? Because you don't find that in your everyday butcher shop.
Right. Well, you know what? That's the way I was taught. So even though there's easier ways to do things nowadays, this is the way I was taught.
Yep.
And this is the way I know how to do things. And you know what? To me, it's the right way. So there's always quality control. You could always pick your stuff. Like the way the new school butchers do things now, so they get all the box meats and everything in. Whatever's there is there. The way we do it, either Artie, myself, we pick out what we're going to take. We want that piece for our customers. We want this piece for our customers. And that's what we bring into the shop. Whatever I'm going to bring home or I would feed to my family, that's what I'm going to feed to everybody's family.
Like you say, no Mickey Mouse meats.
No Mickey Mouse.
No
That's
Mickey
it.
Mouse
Yeah.
meats.
Mickey Mouse is in Disney World.
So then at what point, the years evolved, now your father's passed. You took this place and you actually kept it old school, but you took it up a notch with social media.
Right.
What made you do that? What made you start that?
To tell you the truth, the times were changing. So in order to get your face out there and to get your specials out there even, because when I started, it was only because I wanted to get my specials out there. So like if I made a special sandwich of the month, we used to do ads in the newspaper. Started seeing that these ads in the newspaper weren't working anymore. So you got to go to technology here. You got to do what everybody else is doing. Everybody's on social media. And you know what? The newspaper ads were costing me money. Social media does not. We're doing the stuff anyway. Let's start filming it. Let's get everything together and let's go. So we linked up with a couple guys who actually do that for a living, Sharada PR, and they took the reins here. My ideas, my flow of what I wanted to do in the store, they edit for me, shoot me the videos, tell me should we post this way, should we post this way, and
It hit off.
it took off. Yeah.
So Artie, how do you like that now you became an actor?
Oh, I'm not an actor. I'm just a butcher. I'm a butcher having fun.
Question to you is, being a butcher, when you started there, did you start not knowing the art, or you already knew it because you've done it
But
in
when
the
I was a
past?
kid,
Yeah.
but when like he said, I started off as a cleanup boy, delivery boy. Then my boss told me stay next to my son, teach you how to cut the meat. I'm breaking down all hinds, neck and shoulders, all fresh hanging meat, and that's how I learned. And then I loved the trade. I stopped. I did it for about 3 years. Then I stopped. I went to construction for 6 months. I didn't like it. I went back into the butcher trade. Butcher trade is the best trade around.
And it's not easy, right? Knowing the types of meat and how to cut it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you just don't
could
cut
ruin if you don't do it the right way. Like the old school butchers know how to do things the right way and break down a piece of meat. If you don't do it the right way and don't know what you're doing, you could ruin a whole
You
piece.
can mess it up. Yeah.
So which was that one viral video that, boosted you guys?
The first we did a sandwich video was the first video. Did okay. The second video, sauce versus gravy, just took off. We didn't expect
It's
it.
gravy,
It came out of
right?
nowhere. Did you just say it's gravy?
It's gravy. You're right. It's gravy.
And I came up with that idea because Artie does call it gravy. So
do?
He does.
Man.
He
I wish I
does.
would have known before you started.
And I'm Sicilian too.
And he's Sicilian first generation.
Can I ask you how, like, your first generation here in America?
I was born and raised here.
So did your parents?
Well, I mean, my mother every time she would say, we're gonna have gravy for Sunday. That's what she always used to say. So I got used to saying gravy.
What part of Italy?
Villa Bate, Sicily.
I know. We got nothing to say to that.
No, you got nothing to say because you know what? The trend of what I've seen with everybody who calls it gravy, they're not first generation. That's the trend, and as you dissect it more and more, you hear from people saying that the Italians that were here were trying to fit in with the Irish and with the Germans that were here. They called it gravy when they used to put the meat into their brown gravy, so that the Italians that were here wanted to fit in, and they started calling theirs gravy.
I still don't get it.
Doesn't make any sense to me, but you know what? To each his own, I guess.
Yeah, we were talking about how your place has become like an internet sensation. Like as soon as you, so like, did you ever imagine it became what it did? I mean, everyone seems to go to your shop, if they want to be known almost, and they're doing skits there.
Right.
Did you ever imagine something like that would have happened when you first started?
Honestly, I never. It wasn't even a thought. I like I said, I was doing it to boost the specials, get some new customers in. But now it's crazy that you're getting all these influences in. We're getting so many people from not in Queens,
All over.
all over
Toronto,
the place.
Florida.
Yeah, you guys had Sushi Mango on there.
We had Sushi Mango from Australia. We had Joe Avati from Australia. We had just all different parts of the country and of the world.
outside of internet people, you've had customers from out of state come in.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had customers from out of state, and now we're actually we had such a push of people wanting to buy like the old school Italian sausage and the cutlets that I started shipping nationwide now. And that it's just absolutely crazy to me that somebody in California would want to get the stuff from, a small shop in Queens. It's crazy what the internet could do.
And that's influenced by the internet.
Right. 100%.
Would there be any possibility in the near future to have a second spot?
There is. And it's being worked on at the moment. I'm looking at
Florida?
different areas. Listen, I would love to go to Florida. Somebody got to talk to my wife though, because that's not happening. I don't think. We're probably looking along the lines of Long Island. That's the game plan. But Artie's not going to be there because he hates.
I'm
Long
staying in
Island.
Queens.
He wants to stay in Queens.
So how much is a hard time does your boss give you at work, Artie?
Hard time. I'm surprised he doesn't give me a hard time.
You got a good.
I get away
He's
with
got
too
a
much
good.
shit.
I mean, from the
much.
videos, I always hear him complaining, well, you're not working, you're on the phone or you're eating his
Yeah.
food.
No, it's just all talk. He treats me really good, and I get no complaints.
So question for you is, obviously you watched him grow up as a small kid.
Yeah.
And he evolved into running the business and
He's
now,
doing a good job. Yeah,
right?
Great job.
What would you say to that, seeing him do that and now take it to the social media and you being part of it?
I'm proud of what he's doing with the business. And I'm not a guy who moves around a lot. I've been in other places for 15 years, 20 years. And once the father passes away, the son takes over the places go down to hell. He built the place up. So you got to give him a lot of credit. He's a good cook. He doesn't want to cook. He's a really good cook. Sometimes he goes in the back. He used to cook when the chef wasn't there. He cooks very good.
Don't say
Yeah,
that
well,
too
if he
much
cooks
because-
good at the shop, then he has to
No.
cook home
Oh,
with his wife.
I got
and-
your name. That's what I was just about to say. Don't say it to that because then my wife's gonna say you gotta cook.
I'm not saying it because he's my boss, but he is a good cook. I mean, he does good. And like I said, I'm proud of him. But he's doing with the business. He's building it up instead of going down. He's going up. You know, you get a lot of customers that come to the store. Oh, where's Joe? How come he's not here? How come he's not there? He's here when he has to be here. You know, he's got 13 guys he's paying every week, so he doesn't have to be here. He's got cameras. He sees what he does. He comes in. He does what he has to do. He calls in the orders. You know, and you know, the store's running good.
Artie, are you single? Like, I know a lot of women.
I like to fool around, so I'm single. Yeah.
Can you give us something that would impress a woman? That, you know, maybe on your next date we can show her this clip and
Well,
we'll see.
I'm a nice guy. I'll take you to the finest restaurants. I'll treat you good. And if you're good to me, I'll give you anything you want.
They'll know you know how to eat because Saban's
Yeah,
dog,
right
right?
here. There's a lot of money in there. No, I'm a good guy. So if I meet the right
I know you
girl
will.
and I take her out, I treat her like gold.
Beautiful.
And they gotta go through your daughters.
Oh yeah, I got my 2 daughters. They
You got
it has to go through her.
You got
through
two
them,
bounces
yeah.
at the door. Prima guy, he goes you out, all right?
So they're daddy's little girls.
That's it.
Yeah.
Very protective.
Yeah.
What? Just curious. Both of you guys have kids. Seeing you on social media, what did they say about that?
My son, my little guy's too young. He just turned 6. My older guy didn't think anything of it. He used to brush me off all the time. The second that he seen me on YouTube, it was like he seen God. YouTube was the key.
That's famous.
Yeah, now I'm famous because I'm on YouTube. Other than that, I was nothing.
How about you, Artie?
Well, my daughters are happy. I'm on the internet. You know, I'm having a good time. They see it, but they also want me to be very careful at the same time. You know, you say something wrong, it can ruin you. You know, so but they watch out what I do, and they're happy for me. So.
Well, that's one of the things that I think that makes you as a character is what you say and how you say it to the person. Facci finocchio.
Well, you know,
Artie says what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm the type of guy I like to have a good time. No matter where I am, my daughters are the same way. No matter where they go, they'll meet people anywhere. We go on a cruise or we went upstate. They meet kids. My kids are very friendly, and they like to have a good time too. But me, I like to joke around a lot. I like to fool around with people and make them smile and happy.
That's the way things have
That's why I
to
tell Joey, I like to come to work and have a good time. If I can have a good time, I'm leaving.
We do have a good time.
be. You guys hiring? I want to have a good time.
Oh man, it's a lot of fun. We break balls all day long. You know,
you gotta smile. You gotta have fun.
we try to do the old school set, and you know, the more you break each other's balls, the clock it turns. So you know,
We're
the
there
day-
10
the day-
hours a day.
The day passes.
We're there more together than we are with our families. So we got to have a good time.
Absolutely.
So, you know,
I was
because we are
always
family.
raised by that same rule. It's like respect where you work because you actually spend more hours at work than you
Right.
do with your family if you put it
100%.
together.
100.
You know, my mother and father always told me, you respect somebody, they're going to respect you. You love somebody, they're going to love you back. So we got to be. You know,
You know,
Sometimes.
talking about respect, I want to give you guys your flowers for something. You know, back in, I believe it was like April, you guys raised money for Detective Jonathan Diller
Yes.
and the family, and that was such a noble and amazing thing you guys did. But then it blew up. It was all over the internet. It was all over the news. You got cast in a couple with the news anchors. Like, did you imagine that would have happened just by putting up a simple, special for this family? And you almost kind of changed a lot of people's lives by doing something so simple. And that was incredible what you guys did.
Yeah, when I thought of it, to say the truth, I got home from work one day and my wife was crying on the couch watching the funeral. So she said, "Sit down, you got to see this." So I'm watching it, and then they say the story because I didn't hear like the full story of what happened. So then you hear the story, and this guy's got a little boy, and you start putting it together like, wow, he's younger than me, got a little baby. This baby's got to grow up without him. So it hit home. So I said, you know what? After Easter, I'm gonna put out a special. Whatever we raise, I don't care if we make it $0 on this sandwich. We're gonna give it to the wife. The one Instagram post went out on the Monday after Easter. The following morning, actually that night, the New York Post, somebody seen it from the New York Post, reposted it, did a story on it. The following morning, got to the store, there was 5 news cameras outside.
Waiting for you guys.
Waiting there.
Oh man.
My heart was in my throat. I didn't know what the hell to do or what was happening.
So they just show up?
They just showed up. Yep. And then after I'm there for a little while, I get a call from the councilman from the area, And he's like, hey, I got a call that the news people are going to be at your shop. I said, yeah, I'm here right now. They're outside. They want to come in. You want to come by? And that's when it really took off right after that.
Yeah, so I actually stopped by, because I
Yes.
wanted to buy a sandwich. I got to tell you, the 20 minutes I was there, you must have sold like 40, 60 sandwiches in those 15 minutes.
It was crazy.
You had people calling from everywhere, just to call and donate the sandwiches to the cops.
Yeah.
You had people from Tennessee, Texas, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Ireland,
Yeah. Ireland.
They called
We had
up-
one guy in Hawaii.
Hawaii. They called up and ordered the sandwiches and donated to the cops.
To the
come
cops.
store.
Yep. So the 104, the 106, the 110, for that whole month that we were doing this, no cop paid for lunch when
Yeah.
they came into the shop. They would order us their sandwich free.
Give it to them.
Yeah, give it to them. Paid for already. Paid
That's
for already.
awesome. See, I got to admit something to you guys. For a long time, I was doing this Italian Sicilians Do It Better 9 years, right? And nobody knew. I just did it for fun.
Right.
Then it came to a specific year where I started Instagram and I started building that page. And I'm watching now people on social media. You guys were on it. Joe didn't even know it was me.
Right.
And why I'm saying this is that because you guys are true to yourselves. You're true to the culture. You're true to your business. You're true to the people. And one of the reasons why I want to come out and give a voice is because there's a lot of mocking and mimicking and teaching people the wrong thing.
Right.
And I applaud you guys for running a business, having that mutual respect to people and what you're doing for the community, and then making it funny. Like, that's how I feel like it should be done.
Right.
And I personally thank you guys for doing stuff like that. I wish everyone took a salt of this and said, use social media the right way.
Right.
Teach children and teach our future what we need to do. And I can't thank you guys enough for doing that.
Thank you.
Listen, it doesn't take a lot just to be good. You know what I'm saying? Just be good. We want to keep the culture together. We want to show the culture the way we were brought up in the culture.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is, to us, this is the right way, and this is the way we should share it. And that's it.
People come into the store, they want to take pictures and stuff like that. I take pictures. We'll take pictures with them. I give them my signature and stuff like that. It's just,
I want a signature.
Happy. They're so happy. Like this girl came in the other day. I was cutting meat and she was filming. And I looked up and she looked at me. I caught her filming me and she goes, "Is it okay?" I said, "Yeah, no problem. Don't worry about it. It's okay." Then when she finished, I said, "You want to take a picture with me and you and your boyfriend? I'll take a picture of you." So she goes, "Yeah, I would love that." I took a picture.
Who would have thought? A butcher from Park Slope.
Yeah, the point I'm trying to bring out is that we're not making money. We're doing it for fun. And then you got these movie stars, you got these ball players, they're making tons of money, millions of dollars of money. And if it wasn't for the fans to go watch their movies or go watch their games, they wouldn't be nobody.
Right.
So they don't have the time to take 5 minutes when they're going into a place or something that you got the fans out there, they want to take a picture, they want a signature, and they brush them right by like they're nothing. But those are the people that made you who you are.
Right.
Give them a photo, or give them a signature. Make these people happy. They're not like that. It's all about the money with them. Us, it's just about having a good time.
It's funny you said that. Last night I went out and, mentioning no names, a kid, maybe my daughter's age, 13, 14, saw a social media influencer, ran right between us, right to that person, like, "Oh my God, I follow you. Can I take a picture?" The person said no.
I said no.
So no, you see, that's not right.
I was mind blown.
I mean that.
And you saw that little kid mope away with his mom. I was like, "What?" Why?
Now you see how that kid feel. That kid follows him, whoever it was, loved that person, and went up there for a picture or a photo, and they said no. Wouldn't that break your heart?
Absolutely.
Give him a goddamn picture. Give him a signature. Give him a smile. Give him a hug. Tell him you appreciate what they're doing for you.
It would only took 2 seconds of his life just to take a
That's
picture.
it. I mean, what does it? Is it going to break you?
Right.
That kid is the one that's
crazy.
That kid and all the fans are the one that are making you.
Absolutely.
Making who you are. Show appreciation. They don't have that kind of heart. It's all about money with them, and that's it. Us, it's about having a good time, having fun. If I got to give a
Joe's
million
wrong
pictures,
about you. You are a good guy.
I mean, listen, you have a go for me?
Artie, we never listen to what Joe says about you. We don't.
Well, I don't care. No, it's just about having fun. You got to have fun. You got to have a good time, and that's the bottom line. You only live once.
That's it.
So out of all these skits you guys made, my personal favorite was when you did the ghost with the sauce. I could watch that. Yeah,
The sauce.
the girl with the sauce
with
when
that
they came out of the bed.
Yeah, I should have did a little more.
No,
There should have been a part two to it.
I'm glad you kept your pants on, but it was perfect. What was both you guys' favorite skit that you filmed? Like, what is something you enjoyed making?
I'll be honest with you, I enjoy making all of them.
There's not one that stick out?
When he comes in on Monday or Wednesday, I don't even know what we're gonna do. He goes, "This is what we're gonna do." I said, "Cuz, let's do it." I enjoy doing all of them, and I look forward.
Artie, you grew up at a time where this wasn't a thing, so
No,
you kind of had to adjust
I'm-
and get used to it.
I was born.
Right?
I'm 60 years old. I was born in '64. So they didn't have no social media then.
Right.
It's now.
So
the
this
media,
is something you had to get used to, the
That's
filming and the cameras and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
I always have a good time without the social media. Before that, I was always having a good time. When the social media came in, it made it even more fun.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
we always used to fuck around.
And to see people like it all over the world, and no matter where you go, I mean, I went to Greenwood Lake with my brother to a restaurant. Guy calls us in to go sit down at the table. Guy got up from his table. Yo, you're the guy from the videos, all the way in Greenwood Lake.
So how's that feeling when someone
It
actually
felt
starts to
good.
approach
My brother
you
was
guys?
laughing. My brother was laughing. He goes, "I can't believe it." Then when my brother, because I'm off on Tuesdays, we'll go get something to put on the barbecue, and we'll go in the supermarket and hey, that's the guy from the social media. That's the guy from the video. My brother can't believe it. He goes, "I can't go out with you no more." I mean, everybody sees
My
it.
son rolls his eyes.
Yeah, he rolls his eyes.
Again.
It feels good. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling, you know.
I
People that they-
honestly, I can't even pick a favorite. I like the videos that are based on the truth that happened in the store. So, like the vegan video is one of my favorite ones because it happened in the store. There's a few of them. The one where Artie got thrown out of a restaurant for ordering a steak well done. He fucking orders his steak well done, and that's one of my favorites because we tell him all the time.
He didn't really get thrown out for that. It
No,
was just a
but
skit.
that was
Oh,
just a
okay.
skit. But he orders his steak well done. So I said, you know what? We got to make a skit like this.
Isn't it the hard?
Imagine that, a butcher who likes his meat
A
well
butcher,
done.
an Italian
I was
butcher
just
who
about to
calls
say that.
pasta salsa gravy. All right, and he eats his steaks well
I
done.
can't see blood.
Can't forget about it.
So far, it's 2 strikes. Let's
Two
see if we
strikes.
can get-
If I get a roast beef sandwich and there's blood on my sandwich, on my bread, I can't eat it no more. If I get a steak and there's blood on
That's
my plate,
the best
I
part,
can't eat it
though.
no
That's
more.
it's the juice. You're getting rid
Yeah,
of all
But
that
to me,
juice.
it's blood.
You got to start calling you Fachifino.
To me, it's blood.
It's a juice.
What was there a skit that happened that maybe you couldn't put out or just didn't go your way?
Yes.
Or maybe it just someone
Yep.
came and wanted to do a skit and it just didn't
think we
happen.
all hit
Could you
delete a
tell us
couple
about- You don't have to
times.
name names unless you want to.
No,
but-
there was a skit that we did with the guy who was looking for the kosher meat.
Oh,
Okay, so that skit we did put out.
I saw that
But
one.
there was a part to that skit that nobody has seen that we couldn't put out. We showed multiple people and they all had the same reaction, so we had to delete that part of the skit.
I was mad he didn't put it on.
And he was mad.
Man, now you got me curious.
I'll show you when this is over. All right?
Oh my god! But
You know what it is? You try to be as creative as possible. So it's like, how many skits we've done and that we've never put out because it's like, all right, maybe somebody's going to be a little too sensitive or
Right.
maybe it's just not
You know
the
what?
right way to do
I don't
it,
mind
considering
about the
business
people
we're trying
being
to do.
sensitive. I think this one was it was over the top. It was over the top.
it's almost rated X.
Yeah, it was there. We were dancing on that line.
We all get this. Have you guys ever gotten bashed on social media saying you're not real Italian?
I see a lot of people saying it. We don't get it that much. We do get called out for some of the people that we bring in, some of the influences that we bring in, saying that they're not real Italians. Why are you bringing them into the shop? Because we tried to, when we started the social, to try to keep to the authentic Italian way. So I think most of our followers could relate to the stuff that we do. But when we bring somebody who's more
Americanized?
Americanized in, they kind of bash us for why you bring that jerk off in the shop? Why are you doing videos with this guy? So that's more what we get.
Yeah, because social media.
But you're not aiming to just be an Italian butcher. You're just aiming to be a butcher,
Right.
a butcher shop.
Right.
That happens to be Italian. I mean,
Right.
you guys have things in there I've never seen in any other butcher shop. So
Right. I'm just trying to educate a lot of people because there was a time period where people stopped going to butcher shops and they go to supermarkets. So
Well, he just said supermarket before.
he says supermarket. Perché Babbo Americano. So I'm trying to get people to realize you know how many people come in and be like, oh, I could buy that steak for $12 at the supermarket. They got it on sale right now. People don't know that there's different grades of steaks. So, you got to educate people. Once you educate people and they try that top quality stuff, they'll be like, you know what? He was right. there is a difference from the $18 steak to the $12 steak. There's a difference. So we're trying to little by little just educate people to come back to the butcher shop feel of it.
I mean, I don't understand how they not notice, right? It's either you're getting a processed food that's just slapped in a piece of plastic, or you're getting something in a person's hand
Right.
that's actually nurtured to do this.
Right. But I just don't think a lot of people were brought up in the, like, that's why we say the Italian butcher shop. From what I remember, even if my dad, you know, if we weren't buying meat, if we were buying fish, you don't buy fish in the supermarket. My mother, we would go to the fish store. We would pick it out. The guy would clean it. So that's what I'm used to. I don't think that everybody was used to doing that or used to living that way. They would just go to supermarket, one-stop shop. Oh, we get the fish, we get the meat.
Uber Eats now.
Uber Eats, yeah, pagano fucking 30% cosai because it comes to your house.
And then they complain because the steak was $30.
Yeah, exactly.
Explain that a bit. Like, educate the people. Like, what is the difference in the meat? Or I think you made a video once. Like, someone will buy this type of meat, but then there's a different version of it. It's the same thing, though.
Right. It's that was the steak video.
Yes.
Okay, you got a tomahawk steak, you got a rib steak, and you got a ribeye steak. Same fucking steak.
Different prices.
Different prices, and the tomahawk has got a bone, deja 10 inches long. For what?
To chew on it.
To chew on, you give it to the dog. You're paying $20 a pound to give it to the dog. So that's the thing. Like, these restaurants, that's where they get you. You go to a restaurant, yeah, this tomahawk steak, I'm gonna make it at home. But why?
The presentation.
Presentation. Buy yourself a rib steak. It's the same steak, you know. And then if you want to educate yourself on the different grades of meat, you know, you got prime, choice, select. Yeah, you're gonna buy select. It's gonna be bottom tier garbage. You're gonna pay $10 a pound. I get it. But if you try the $18 prime, it's just levels. It's like when you buy a car. You know, you got your Mercedes, your BMW, and then on the bottom, get you know, the bottom of the barrel.
Toyota Corolla.
So it's the same thing with meat.
Now, when I owned a pizzeria 15 years ago now, 20 years ago?
Just about.
I got to a point where I was sick of pizza. Do you guys ever feel the same being a butcher? Like, you don't want to touch meat? Give me un piatto di pasta?
You know what? Piatto pasta sempre. That I can never go wrong. Fish I can't do. I'm not a fish guy. I could eat different types of meat every day, and I'm good with it.
You can cook them different ways, so you'll never get sick of meat. Different ways of making meat.
Just yours got to be leather.
Yeah.
No.
Bruschetta.
Well, it depends what kind of. It depends what I'm making. You know, a steak has to be well done. I mean, okay, but you could be other things. Pepper steak you can make. London broil you can make. You know, there's different kinds of meat that you can make that you won't get sick of.
So I have a question for you, Joe, that, you know, I notice it. So if I notice it, obviously you know about it and certain people know about it. What are your feelings? Like, I see social media and there's other people ripping off your videos.
You know what? This has been it's been going on for a while.
Like, do you not care? Fuck it, or it's like,
you know what? In the beginning, it bothered me. My whole thing is, like, I see videos sometimes, and I say to myself, you know what? We got to do a spin-off of this. Like we did,
which is fine.
Yeah, we did a spin-off with a $10 sandwich, and there was a pizzeria from New Jersey who kind of did a twist on it with the pizza. When I made the video, I gave them a shout out. I got this idea from them, so I got to give them credit. Social media, other people, they don't do that shit. Nobody does that shit.
I made it up.
Yeah, I made it. Oh, I'm the first one to do it. Meanwhile, there's 10 people who did it already.
But not when it's word for word.
Right, it's word for word. It happens. And you know what? It's happening a lot more and more now because now everybody's a fucking influencer. So,
Yeah.
But you know what? It gets you aggravated. It would aggravate me more in the beginning. Now I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is.
We do it better.
We do it better.
That's the bottom line.
That's what I call it.
That's it.
That's it.
Social media is awkwardly weird. You don't know what moves. So if you put your heart and soul into something, feel like you're working hard on it. This is how you want it. This is how you like it. It's post. You're proud. Nothing. You post something so stupid.
Yeah.
That you did in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
That happened to us too. On TikTok, it was actually TikTok. It happened. We were at a standstill on TikTok. I posted a video with a woman's voice in the background. I found a good voice clip. Just pressing hamburgers. The simplest video. It took me 3 seconds to make. The thing had got like 3.5 million views. Crazy. Videos that we'd say, oh, this is gonna kill. and you can't even break 1,000.
It's almost like the more thought you put into something,
yeah.
the more it doesn't move.
You just gotta afare minchada. That's what I say. That's it. Just go for it.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood, especially our neighborhood, Brooklyn too, there's pizzerias or butcher shops almost in every corner. What makes you guys unique outside of being culturally driven? What do you feel like difference is? I mean, you guys obviously been shopped at another butcher shop before.
Right.
What do you feel like makes you guys unique?
To tell you the truth, I'm gonna go back to that old school feel. I like the one-on-one. Can I help you? And when you order, come into the shop, I cut it for you right there. I don't like these places that you go to. They call themselves an old school butcher shop, and you go in and they got everything already cut in the fucking case. To me, that's nothing. You know, you got a guy like Artie behind the counter. How's your day? How's your husband? How's the kids doing? How they doing in school? You build that relationship.
I'm like the mayor. I talk to everybody.
He talks to everybody.
Actually, a
little bit too much. He goes outside and he fucking talks to everybody. But you just got to get that feeling with the people. You build that relationship with the people. I think that's where the difference is between us and a lot of these places.
Outside of work and social media, what do you guys do for fun? Like outside of the cameras, let the audience know. What do you guys do for fun?
Artie, look at the camera. Let the girls know.
Where's the camera?
Right
Oh,
no, this one.
I know. What do I do for fun? I don't know. I go out. I hang out.
He obviously goes to the beach if you can see his
I
fucking
go to the
color.
beach once in a while. If I'm with a girl, I hang out with a girl and I do something with them. You know.
I thought that was a natural olive skin you got.
Yeah, so much to say. I use extra virgin olive oil.
From Sicily.
Sicily, yeah. But yeah, I have a good time. I have good times.
You
My
guys
brother
also
lives by
have
me.
imported products as well in your shop.
Right.
That not a lot of butcher shops are doing.
Yeah, we're trying to bring in a lot of the stuff that, you know, nowadays, especially next month in August, the whole entire fucking world is in Sicily. So these people are going to Sicily, going to the little shops in Sicily and seeing things and then coming back. Oh, I seen this. So we try to get it for them. So that's what we work off of what people are telling us also. We tried this new olive oil that they had over there. This was the name. Try to connect to the guys in Italy and we try to get it here. So
What's your top seller?
grocery wise or meat or all together?
Let's do one each.
Okay, meat for sure. Skirt steak.
No, skirt steak.
Skirt steak, forget about
Put that in the list, babe.
it. Skirt steak, forget about it. It's the top seller. And you know what? Back in the day, skirt steak, nobody wanted it.
Yeah, we used to eat it for
You
lunch.
couldn't give it away
Yeah.
Why?
back in the day.
I think it's awesome.
Nobody
You
liked
could not. Nobody liked it. You couldn't give it away. I remember my father breaking down sides of beef as a kid, taking that skirt steak meat, which is $25 a pound now, and putting it in chopped meat because nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
and now you can't keep enough, and yeah,
It's more than rib steak.
it's more than a rib steak.
It's
Yeah,
more than rib steak.
Yep.
That's one of my favorite cuts.
Skirt steak is good.
If it's done right, not well done.
Right, 100%.
Well done. Yeah.
Not well done.
And what about grocery side?
Grocery side, anything that's got the fucking Nutella name on it, I'm waiting for the ice cream. They made Nutella ice cream now in the containers.
I've seen those.
I
I, haven't
saw
seen
that.
it
It
anywhere
comes
yet.
with a hard chocolate shell on top with the Nutella ice cream inside. People in Italy are going crazy for it right now. So I'm waiting for them to get that FDA stamp on that thing to come over here. And once it gets it, we're gonna bring it in.
How is the process of importing? How long does it take for the time you order and it arrives?
3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So if there's something new, like the Nutella products and you know the basic olive oils that always come, there's a constant rotation. But if there's something,
that's
just steady. But if there's something that you specifically want them to bring in, it's 3 months.
Wow. So you got to start planning now for the, let's say, end of your holiday.
Right. So like at the end of the summer, we have to start thinking about panettone, and then when that holiday,
Pandoro, which one is it?
I mean, I call everything panettone, but it is what it is. And then after those holidays pass, you got to think about Easter. Okay, we got to get over the Pasqua. We have to order these so that when we
Oh,
get
you
them,
forgot Valentine's Day, the hearts with the raviolis. You
the
do
hot
that too?
raviolis. Yes. Yep. So you always got to be one step ahead, especially with the stuff coming from Italy.
What's your favorite food
My favorite food
outside of
Everything.
butcher world?
outside of butcher world. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Your favorite dish. You go to a restaurant. What's your favorite
I know,
dish?
and you don't know. Every time we go out to eat, what the
Oh,
fuck
the
do you want?
the
Veal Parmesan. Every fucking
outside
time we go to
butcher
eat.
world. Yeah, no, the veal Parmesan is my favorite.
That's your go-to?
I-
That's your
I-
go-to?
Everywhere I go, I eat that.
Pasta is always good. G,
Pasta.
what's yours, G?
What kind of what?
Your go-to
Meal
dish.
in general?
Stuffed lenticchie.
That's the best.
No. No. I like porterhouse steak for two.
For one person.
It's like the best cut of meat for me.
You like
But
the
you go,
fillet.
I don't know how much it is over there, but you go to any steakhouse, it's like $140.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
It's crazy.
For $140, you get yourself 3 steaks, nice and thick.
Yeah. But and every day, like, angel hair pasta with sauce, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Or gravy, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. You gotta have pasta every day. My mother used to cook pasta every day.
Us too.
Every day, different ways, and then they had the meat and everything else. But pasta was always on the plate.
When I got married, my wife every day I come home from work, that was fucking pasta. We were gaining weight. I
You a pasta guy?
I'm a pasta guy, but I need my meat too. But then I had to cut it off. I said, oh, I love pasta, but every day you gotta relax because we're gonna be 400 pounds.
When his wife calls up, when his wife comes in, she gets the gravy meat. She wants gravy meat, the sauce and everything like that. She goes, "Oh, cut me this, cut me that." I always give her extra because I know Monday I'm going to get a big dish.
Yeah, Monday.
And sure enough, Monday I get a big dish right away.
So he's smart. He
knows. It's a guarantee. On the Sundays, my wife makes the meat with the sauce.
Yeah.
I bring home the empty aluminum tray, whatever's left. Comes right
Monday I have
there.
a
My
feast Monday.
guys have a feast at the shop.
feast.
They love it.
I just got a picture because, growing up, that's what it was, pasta every day.
Yeah.
So it was like, I was joking with my brother. So I was like, one day pasta con didiki, pasta con salsa, pasta con queso, pasta con guida. But a lot of people don't eat like us Italians, right? Because it's not like you're having dinner. You're having almost a 3-course dinner.
Right.
Yeah.
You're having your pasta, then
salad.
you're having your meat, then you're having your salad.
Right.
Yeah. And then after that, you have the pastry.
You have your
Coffee.
Yeah, and that's almost still today, it's almost every day.
And then you're ready to blow up.
Yeah. And then
But I don't
soon-
have pasta every day
No?
anymore. Like when I was, before I got married and living at home, living with my whole entire family who grew up in Italy, it was pasta every day. But it wasn't until I moved out, I had my first peanut butter jelly sandwich. I was Nutella my whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was just like I got married and I explored a whole different world of food I never knew until I moved.
Was there food that you guys never had till you were older? Like he said, my mom never fed me peanut butter jelly. Like I had that on my own. I think when I got married. Is there something that you guys
That's one thing on my list too. Peanut
butter jelly?
You never had it?
Never
had it
in
when I
my
was a
house.
Wait,
never,
to this day?
never. No, well now I don't even fucking like it. For me, fashkivo. But I never, growing up, she never made peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, there was a lot of things when I was young we didn't have. Like if we went to McDonald's, it was like a treat.
Yes.
We were excited.
Yeah.
Today it's like normal.
Yeah.
At that time, McDonald's was McDonald's. You get a burger. Today, you don't know what you get in the McDonald's. You put it in your mouth.
It was
you don't
also
even taste
85 cents.
it. Huh?
It was also like 85 cents for a meal back
yeah.
then.
But
so.
now, I'm not a fast food restaurant guy. I don't go to McDonald's. I don't go to Wendy's or any other because those burgers are disgusting.
Well, here's a good question about that. Since you're professional with meat, you guys are judgmental when you eat other people's.
100%.
It happens, right?
100%. Yep.
Yeah, I'm never feeding you.
I went to my brother's bar. My brother had a barbecue one time, and we having burgers. And I think he went to Costco to go get the meat.
You get Bubba burgers up
No,
again.
so I took a burger and I started eating it, and it was like there had to be like a piece of lard in it, like the nerve.
Yeah.
And I spit it out, and I said, Steve, man, from now on, go to the butcher shop and go get the meat. He goes to me, from now on, why don't you bring your own burgers? And that's what I do every time I go. I bring my own burgers.
It's in my house. It's so bad that even my son, 10 years old,
He knows the
knows
difference.
the difference. Yeah. So when I get these distributors that come in, they bring me new cuts and new stuff that gets imported from Australia, imported from Japan, Wagyu, this. I bring the piece home. E cuciniamo. So one time I had the most expensive steak, A5 Japanese Wagyu. Cooked it outside. I got the sear outside. I cooked it, brought it inside. My son was in heaven. So the following time that we had steak, I brought just prime steak. Prime is delicious,
Now it sucked.
but it's not Wagyu. He goes, Dad, this is not like that last one. I said, you little motherfucker, already 10 years old, and you know already the difference.
Yeah, they get used to that.
They get used to it.
So what's next for you guys when it comes to the skits? Are you taking it up a notch or keeping it as is?
Speak to my manager.
I honestly, I want to keep it. It's working for us, and we're having fun doing it. I just want to keep it the way it is. I want to keep it the way it is, unless Netflix calls. Or me.
What's your reality show?
That's it. But other than that, we're having a good time doing it. Thank God, knock on wood, the business is thriving, and couldn't ask for anything else for now.
no complaints.
It's going good. So if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know.
My last question about food is: you get a lot of the Italian people come to your, I would say, restaurant, to the butcher. Now, between cutlets and chopped meat and all the naturals, what is the most ordered?
Huh.
What is your top 3?
Go ahead, you go.
The number one order, chicken cutlet.
That's it.
Chicken cutlets.
Nothing.
No matter how many, if we can have 500 customers walking in a day in that store, 499 of them buy chicken cutlets.
Yes.
the
Even if they
biggest
get
seller.
something else or they order 30 other things,
Yeah.
before they leave, they will get chicken.
Yeah,
cutlets.
they chicken cutlets is like the number one thing.
You know what's my favorite thing you guys make? That when my wife does show up, that's what she gets. The pinwheel steak pinwheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Those are delicious.
they're the best.
You know what?
The best.
And it's skirt steak.
Me cotolette, chicken cotolette. Gee,
Chicken cotolette is the top.
Yeah.
I love chicken go
like Australians call it a schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
What?
That's veal. Schnitzel is veal.
No,
No.
schnitzel's cutlets too.
Oh,
Regular
cutlet too?
cutlet,
Yeah, okay.
That's
yeah.
not Australians.
When Sushi Mango was here, they didn't know what a chicken cutlet was.
They said schnitzel.
They said they
Schnitzel
call it
is
a
German.
schnitzel.
no?
It's German.
Right? It was a schnitzel, right?
Schnitzel is German.
All right. So
Schnitzel.
We got a couple of people that come in. They say, "It's German people, give me schnitzel."
what do you
Veal
give them?
schnitzel.
You pull your pants down? or-
When I, the funny thing is, when I first started at Mario's, this Italian guy came in and he asked me, "Dame un pezzo di cutana." You know, he wanted a cutana. So I said, "All right, no problem." So I started cutting the string. So Mario says, "What are you doing?" I said, "The guy said he wants a pezzo di cutana." I figured string. He goes, "No, he wants cutana. He wants skin."
Skin.
Folks,
Yeah. Being in the business, I ask this to a lot of people. What is, tell me about your moments. I bet you had customers, the best customers and the worst customers. Give us a story of the worst person that came into your shop and gave chaos.
We got 2, right?
Feel free to shout names too if you want.
Well, they're not customers anymore. We you know what? Dealing with the Italian people, and it's mostly the Italian people. It's our people.
It's always the same one.
It's always the same ones. They'll
You
buy.
can tell them coming from a mile away.
They'll buy 2. Let's say they come in and buy 2 pounds of veal cutlets. Cook them, eat them, bring back 1 cutlet. 1 cutlet. They were hard. Dude, I don't know. What do you mean I don't know? Where's the rest? Where's the other 12? No mangiamo. So what the fuck? You want credit for something you ate already?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. That. And we also had that one lady for Easter. Remember that lady? She bought like 40 rib lamb chops.
The best.
Fighting us that they were no good. They were no good. She slipped. And she said, I was in the hospital and we couldn't eat them. He heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, you couldn't eat them. They went bad in your refrigerator, and you're bringing them back, trying to get your money back for 40.
Then there was another one.
Wow.
There was this lady. It was a holiday week. It was about 25 people in the store, and she started yelling at. I think it was Chris. She started yelling at Chris. She gave veal stew. She goes, "This veal stew in front of 25 people now." She's yelling. She goes, "This veal stew was tough, like rubber. I can't believe it. It ruined my whole day." So the question I asked her was, "How long did you cook it?"
It's true though.
She said a half an hour. Veal is supposed to be cooked for 2 hours. Veal stew is supposed to be cooked for 2 hours. The longer you cook it, the more sauce it gets. I said, well, that's what it is. You didn't cook it enough. And everybody in the store started laughing because she said, "Yo, you're supposed to cook it about 2 hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours." And she's yelling at the poor kid because he gave her the veal stew and she said it was tough like rubber. Her teeth were coming off.
Well, that's just like that video we just did with the
crazy.
steak. Maybe you don't know how to fucking cook.
Pierogi, yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one. But I just want to thank you guys, for coming and tell us your story.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
No, thank you guys for coming.
Where do I get my check?
On the way out. I just want to thank you guys again for what you do for the community and everything. And hopefully we'll get to have you guys a second time.
Yeah.
And tell them where they can find you, Joe.
Mario's Meats and Deli across all social media. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. What else? Your sister's ass everywhere. It's everywhere.
And you'll see me outside the store if you want to
And
talk.
if you want to see Artie, he's got his chair, especially right now in the summertime, parked outside doing absolutely nothing all day
That's all I
long.
do, all day, nothing.
There you have
Be
it, guys.
nice, so Artie kicks you out.
Oh, you're
Ciao.
going to kick me out now.
There you go. You got to come by the store one day. I make an espresso.
I'm coming back.
Come back from
September.
Palermo. You got a nice house over there.
Are you in Palermo now or are you in Florida?
He's in Florida.
It depends.
I like the
I'm in
background.
Florida.
It looks fake, but it looks good.
No, it's real. It's real.
It
It's my
is.
house.
I swear to God, I like that. I like it.
Close the
It's
window. Show
beautiful.
them.
No, I believe him.
Who's Ulachek? Come
Look
on.
at that. I'm jealous. Take the glasses off. You're going to leave white spots on your eyes.
Your skin's looking like Artie's. But there you have it, guys. Make sure you guys check them out. Go visit their store. Check out their social media. Give them a follow.
I want to thank all the people that are watching our skits. I appreciate it, and we love what you do for us. And keep watching because there's a lot more to come. Thank you.